Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we're going to do something fairly quick. I got these new molds in. They're two little character elephants. So I thought we would do them. So this one's got a little hat on. He's got some little spots for rosy cheeks, two hearts in his ears. And then this one is just sitting there. She's just whatever. So I figured let's do something with them. So I'm going to mix up a light gray, or try to, and we're going to pour these. I am going to color the hat, the two hearts, and the two pink cheeks first. Then I have got this little alpaca that I have had for a couple of weeks now, and I'm dying to pour him. So we're going to do this. And if I have some extra, we'll pour this holographic coaster that I got from Craftor. And I already got something in the mold. And, all right, so I guess that's a bubble in the silicone, hopefully. But, so yeah, if we have enough, we'll do this. So I pulled out two different pinks. I think I'm going to go with this one. This is more of a peachy. And then we're going to do the hat in the Indian red, because we haven't tried this red yet. So I'm going to split my resin up. I ended up making 16 ounces. I'm assuming the elephants are going to each take like 5 ounces. Maybe 6, so I'm not 100% sure. And yes, I did measure them, but I can't remember what they were, and I didn't write it down. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna pour, we'll pour 6 and 6, and if we don't have enough, we don't have enough. All right, I'm going to just pour the rest in this little cup. And I'm just using a recycled container, so that's why you can see black. My resin is clear. All right, let me get my beautiful little spatula here. This is something that I needed that I didn't even know I needed. Because you really can get all of your resin out. All right, so that way we can break it up and we don't have to worry about it flash curing or anything like that. All right, let me just wipe my stick. And so we can let these sit here and start to degas. And because we're coloring it, I'm not too concerned about getting the bubbles out. Excuse me. All right, so we'll put that back there. And let's get this red out. And I already got some black in there. I don't know, I must have been when I grabbed my pigment bottle, I must have had black on my fingers because I was checking to see if I could turn the mold inside out. And you can, which is good. And let me, okay, so let's get this little guy flipped inside out. And I am going to wipe that black off. See where I get the black? So, all right, that other one must be on the outside, which is good. Okay, so we're going to use this red. And it's not going to take much at all, guys, because it is just this little hat. So remember, guys, I do have a discount code for the eye candy pigments. If anybody wants to get a sample pack or something and try it, I am really enjoying their pigments. So the next ones I want to get are, I think they're called the iridescent ones, where they kind of change color a little bit. So, all right, I'm just gonna wipe right around that. And I think we'll do the hearts in this red as well. So there's one of the hearts. And if, you know, if they don't come out dark enough, we can always paint them over after. But I just thought it would be kind of cool to see what it would look like painted in. So I'm just using like the tip of my fingernail to try to get that edge. And hopefully I'm still in shot for you guys. All right, so that's one. And this is the other. So I'm just going to take what's on the bag. Hang on, I'm trying to get my finger underneath there so I can pop it forward. Just like that. I am so excited. Christmas in July on Hallmark is gonna be starting. I think it starts tonight. I know, I'm crazy. That's okay. That's what makes me unique. All right, so let's get the switching sponge. We're gonna clean this red off. And we're gonna get some of this pink. And we're just gonna do the two little circles on its little cheeks. That's it. So I'm hoping it just gives like a hint of the pink. And I apologize if you hear the lawnmower in the background. My husband is mowing. And okay, that is all we're doing. So, you can see the two little hearts, our two little pink cheeks, and our little hat. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna start getting some, we're gonna make gray. So I'm gonna use black and white. And so I think what I'm gonna do is do the white first. And all right, I'm not fighting with this. I really am not. There. I can't be bothered to fight with that. So we're gonna get that stirred up. And then we will slowly add the black. Now these molds look like they are gonna be shiny, I'm hoping. And I'm just trying to get the excess off my stick here. So I figured I'll do the two elephants first. That's still a little on the opaque, but hopefully when we drop a drop of the black in, it will come on. All right. And that's all we're going to start with, the black. Yeah, I'm glad I did it this way, because I think if I would have done it the other way, I wouldn't have been able to get it gray. All right, we're gonna put, I'm gonna try to get like a half a drop. Like that. All right, I think that is gonna be, let me just take a piece of my paper towel and see. Maybe adjust a smidge more. So basically what I'm doing is I'm squeezing it out, and then that little bit is what so it's not even like a full drop. And that should be perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And let's get this little bugger poured. Now I am seeing a little bit of color in here. So I'm just going to try and take my finger, and it's basically from where I turned him inside out. There isn't a lot, but all right, we're gonna just go with that. I will spritz it a little bit. And let's get him poured. Now there's not a lot of little like crevices in the hat, but I'm still gonna smooshy just to make sure. And then we'll do the ears. So I just don't want no bubbles. Okay, so this bugger is leaning forward. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna try and prop him up. Kind of like that. And so this one looks smaller than this one. So I'm probably gonna need what's in here. Oh my gosh, Sophie. UPS must be here. All right, so now we'll do the same thing with this. We're gonna just gonna stick that in there. And we're gonna get this all mixed. Either that or my son just got home. My son works doing what my husband used to do. They do airport lighting and guiding systems on the airport runways, and he's gone like all week, only comes home on the weekends, so he could be getting home. All right, I think that's good. So we'll start with, I'll do one full drop this time and see. And I think this white was a little bit more opaque than the first one. But I don't know how I managed to do that. This gray is maybe a smidge darker, but that's totally okay. Totally okay. But what I am gonna do is, so you can see the difference in the color. In the center is the first one. So if I mix these together, then our other elephant will be a uniform color. See how much more resin I got out of that? Cool beans. Okay, now we'll get that stirred and get it poured. So I'm hoping this one sits a little bit flatter. Oh, I got 2 bubbles right here. You can see them. And there they are. All right. So luckily, the molds are thin that you can see through, so I was able to catch those. So we're gonna fill just past the ears. So this one I can squeeze harder because I didn't put any mica powders in there. And I do see some red that is on the mold, so he's gonna have a little tattoo going on. Oh no. Oh no. So this little guy must hold 7 ounces because there was 6.5 ounces in this cup. And he is not quite full. So I am just gonna pour a little bit, and I'm just gonna try and mix it with whatever is left in here, just so it's not just clear, but so technically they could probably both use a little smidge more, but we're gonna just go with it. Okay. So for this little guy, hopefully I have enough. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of the brown, and then I'm gonna put the seashell in and try to make it like a creamier color, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna start really light. Well, I guess I got to put a little bit more than that in because it was still see-through. Okay, so that, yeah, that's a good, wipe my stick, and we'll take some of this seashell. I am almost out of the seashell, and we're gonna put that in there. We might have to add a dot of white. Yeah, so let's, and again, I am not playing with trying to squeeze that. We're just gonna stick a stick in it. So where I've never poured him before, I figured I'd pour him in one color, but then we can you know, mix, like paint him on and stuff like that. It's kind of like a creamy color, almost a khaki color. All right, let's just pour and see what we get. And hope and pray I have enough. I hate it when I have to mix just a little bit. I'm just gonna squeeze him because he is textured, so I'm like, if we can get some resin already in those little fur pieces, then maybe we won't get no bubbles. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna be scraping every last little bit. So originally I was only gonna go with 14 ounces. I am so glad I over poured in that first bit because I would not have had enough. I would have just barely made the 2 elephants. All right. Okay, so that is all she wrote. Let's see, we might be able to scrape a smidge more for a turtle or two. Just making sure that we have no bubbles in there. Don't know if we will squeeze another one or not. My gosh, guys, we did. All right, I'm not going to push my luck. I don't think we're going to get a fourth one. But we got 3. All righty. Just spray my spatula here. All right. So I will be back when it is time to demold. I will kind of keep an eye on that for a little bit, just to make sure that if there's any little bubbles that pop up, that we can get them. And yeah, you know, the only thing I didn't do was check the trunks. Oh well. And it looks like there's another bubble right in there. All right. So now we wait. Alrighty, guys. I'll be back on demold. Alrighty, guys. These are cured. These are still a little soft, but I think we can still get them out. So these are our little guys, little turtles. So yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, throw some magnets or something on these. Those are our little guys. So let's get Mr. Llama out. He is still a smidge darker than I wanted him, but now he's cured, but he is still soft, and I don't want to break his head off. So we're just gonna go kind of gentle and try to push him out. There we go. And we got him. Oh my goodness, he is adorable. He is adorable. So we just got a few little micro bubbles in here on his hooves, but that ain't nothing. Alrighty. We're going to save this one for last. A few micro bubbles on the bottom. I should have ran this through the debubbler, but I didn't. Oh, but look. Look how adorable. Oh my goodness. So we are going to give her a little face here in a minute. Hopefully, I don't have too much floating red. Looks like we got a pink cheek. And we got a little hat. Oh my goodness, it's cute. I mean, there's a little bit of the floating red, but it's not bad at all. We got a couple little bubbles under the ears, under the chin, and over here, right around the bottom. But I had a feeling, just because I didn't run it through the debubbler, but all right, let me grab my markers. So I'm going to be making one of those pen holder things because I think these will fit better in there. Like I can put these markers in one, my chrome ones in another. So hopefully that will work. All right, so let's give this little guy some eyeballs. And I like how the eyes are like recessed in. So it makes it easier to do the eyes. All right. And we're going to give her oh my goodness. Oh my word, is that adorable. So this guy's got a hat on. Let me see. I want to change the pom-pom color. Let's see if the white will work. Because I didn't know how the hat, how the hat actually looked. Oh, sop it up on a paper towel here a little bit. And if I don't like it, I can just kind of wipe it off. And it's so textured that, I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm just trying to get like the bottom part done. And then we should be able to fill in this top. So I'm thinking she needs to have a little something on her head. I'm thinking I have some little, some other little hats. I got my little box pulled out here on the side, so. Yeah, that's kind of cute. I don't know. We'll let it dry. I'll put another coat. Okay, so my hats are not in there. Let's see. And of course, I don't have any pink ones. Let's see. Well, I suppose we could give her a little purple hat. Yeah, I think we'll give her a little purple hat. And do I have my little, then we can, I got my bows, got my butterfly, oh, right here. And let's give her a little lolly. Oh, this one's a purple one. Let's give her a purple one. I can just glue that right in her little hand. Just like that. I think that would be cute. All right. So, we did that. Now, let me see how his hands are. I'm assuming it's a boy. Might not be. And we could give him a little lolly too. Gonna glue that there. Yeah, why not? I haven't had anything to use these on yet, so I am like, maybe this will be the time. All right, so got my glue, and I am going to get my my UV. I just gotta find my little light. There it is, hidden in the back. All right. I mean, I have other winter hats, but she's got a kind of a big head. I think she can rock this. Yeah, we're just going to do that because I don't have many things I can put this on. I mean, you know, technically we could put one on this one too. It just would be raised up a little bit. But we'll stick to the original plan. And I'm going to kind of tilt it to the side. So first, let's get some UV glue. And so we're going to do it right around here. Look. She is so cute. And, oh my goodness, I'm going to, I think, need some tweezers to hold this little guy in place. So let's put a dab. Right there. Okay. So let me get some. I'm going to put a little bit of the UV here. And I'm gonna take my little scribe. And we're just gonna drip some so that it touches the hat and Miss Ellie here. And we'll just do a couple of spots, and that way it will kind of hold that in place. And let's see. I'm gonna do a little spot here by the ear. And let's get the little lollipop before she look at that. She is adorable. And let's see. Maybe we'll put this one right here. So we'll get a little tiny bit of the E6000. And we're gonna set that right there. And whoa. It was kind of stuck to my fingers. There we go. Okay. Now, I believe the little toes are usually white on an elephant, but now on the hands, this guy's has none. This one, she does have, she does have some. So let's give her some, let's do some, we'll do some little pink toenails for her. That way she can have her toes painted. And I believe this is one too. Yeah, so I came down to get my magnetic nail polish because I want to do my nails. So I figured if these were ready, I could do them, and lo and behold, they were. And that way she's all decked out. And she's just got one tuft up here that we'll paint that the same. Oh my goodness, these are so fun. It's just to find the little things, like different sizes for different critters, you know, which I don't always have, but I don't know if this pink is going to be too bright for her ears. Yeah, I don't want to give her too much color. Let's see. Oop. I guess we're going to have to UV that some more because it's still wanting to move a bit. Okay, so it would help if I did it on the right side. Let's and those look like they're the outside. You know what? I'm not going to do any pink in her ears. I think she's cute the way she is. And on this little guy, we'll just give him some little white on his toes. And then we'll redo his little pom-pom. And I think he will be all done. And I have definitely cleaned that one up. Since I got to clean them up, I might as well cover them good. Yeah, this white one, this white pen leaks. Well, not so much it leaks, it just spews out a lot. You either get nothing or you get a whole bunch. All right. I'll clean that up before I finish the little hat, the pom-pom off. So I'm just going to stick this in some isopropyl alcohol. And just clean up around there. Clean my little stick off. I have been patiently waiting all day for these little guys to get done. And there we go. Gets that cute little elephant. Now we can finish his little tick and we'd be all done. So now, the next time we do it, we know that there's a pom-pom up there. So, you know, we could do it a different color. Okay. And I could have left the pom-pom plain, the same color, and it would still been cute, but I just wanted it to be different. Okay. And we ain't gonna do much on Mr. Alpaca here. We're just gonna color in his eyes. And let's do his hoofs. So I will have a little cleanup, a little trimming on the bottom, but I'll just wait until that's nice and hard, and then I can always trim the bottom with this black again if I need to. But for the sake of the video, I wanted to at least somewhat have him done. So you don't want to go all the way around with the same color because, you know, his hooves don't go all the way around. So just want to get where the hooves are. We have an alpaca farm not too far from where I live. And they are a ton of different colors. You know, some have a white face and a brown body, and some are patchwork. There we go. So we've got our little alpaca dude, and we have got our cutesy little elephants. Alrighty guys, I will get you some final pics and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.